Yes, yes, yes. Just yes, yes. Oh, Sheffield United 2, Manchester United 3. Whew. The emotional roller coaster just continues. I swear to God. A defense that could get us relegated and a front six that could challenge for the title. That is what the United team is right now. Whew. And we, Manchester United, are in a title race. We are. I mean, look. I'm when I say we're in a title race, it does come across as delusional. But to be fair, everyone's in a title race. Like, yeah, I think there's 10 teams that are technically in the title race. You know, within like 8 points from the top. So everyone's in a title race. But we are 23 points, on 23 points, with a game in hand. We win that game in hand, we're on 26. Aston Villa drew, so they can only get to 25. We are effectively second, 2 points behind Liverpool. And, oh, you know what? If the results just go our way from now on, and this may be a lot to ask, but if Woodward can just get us a centre-back that we need, we can do something this season. This is probably the only season where we actually have a genuine chance of stealing this title. Please, Lord. Anyway, we can discuss the game now. I think Solskjaer got the lineup spot on. Apart from Dean Henderson, which was really, it was funny how that happened. You know, in his press conference, he was asked about Dean Henderson starting, and Solskjaer is basically just like, oh, well, I penciled him in this game some time ago. Which manager just pencils a player in? Like, imagine you have a keeper in De Gea, one of the best keepers in the world, and you have Dean Henderson. Ollie's just like, no, you know what, Henderson, you can play. I've got you scheduled in for this game, all right? How are you gonna drop your informed keeper just to keep Dean Henderson happy? Like that's Ollie. I swear he thinks he's playing like FIFA career mode, or like what's the other game? Football Manager. I swear he's just playing that. He's just rotating the squad to keep the morale up and the fatigue down. That's I think that's pretty much all that Solskjaer thinks about is morale and fatigue. That's it. I bet if you gave him a PS5 controller, he'd be like try-harding. He'll constantly be like, his cursor will be fixed on Maguire, because he has to make sure that he's got control of Maguire, because my God, Maguire. I actually want to talk about Maguire after we cover the game. So it was, the lineup was Henderson, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof. Tellers, I was happy that Luke Shaw didn't play this game, because I think we needed a more attacking fullback against Sheffield. And we went with the same front six that got us third, and I was really, really happy about that. But the problem is with Oli, he always changes it, so who knows. Matic, Pogba, Bruno, Martial, Rashford, Greenwood. Martial in the middle, Rashford left, Greenwood on the right. Um, I was very happy with that. But, Maguire is just. I know we give Maguire a lot of stick, but he's very much a victim in this club, in my opinion. He's a victim of the mess of this club. I mean, the first goal that Sheffield scored was criminal. Criminal. Maguire and Henderson. So what happens is Henderson has the ball, Lindelof on the right, Maguire on the left. For some reason, Maguire is a little bit too close to Dean Henderson. Dean Henderson gives the ball to Maguire. McGoldrick is McGoldrick, and I forgot who the other front was. It Ollie McBurn? I don't know. The the two strikers, were basically pressing us. Maguire, instead of clearing the ball to maybe Tellez, decides to give it back to a young inexperienced keeper. When a striker is charging at you, he turns, he tries to clear the ball, but was it McGoldrick that put in the tackle? Or was it Sheffield striker that put in the tackle? The ball fell to McGoldrick, and he scores. Like, that is such a shit goal to concede. And these are the kind of goals we concede because our defense is a shambles. There is no leadership. Maguire is not a leader, and again, that's probably, I say he's a victim. It's not his fault that he has the captaincy, that he's expected to lead when he's not a leader. But from there, United do what United do. The first 20-25 minutes poor, and then after that, the football was just, mwah. The word is sexy, like attractive football. Like, and for the guys, when you're just walking by and you see a girl with a really fat bumper. I'm gonna use the word bumper. I'm gonna keep it PG. And you're just like, damn, like, that's the kind of football we were playing. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I mean, if you look at the first goal, by the way, Rashford and Martial, their forward runs are brilliant. I mean, Rashford makes a forward run that pretty much cuts through the back four, because I think the Sheffield back four sort of they put pressure on the ball, and their back four sort of move forward as they're putting pressure on the ball. But Lindelof basically has the ball. There's no pressure on the ball, but Sheffield make the mistake of still moving the back line forward. And Rashford just cuts through the back line. Lindelof puts a beautiful ball over the top. Rashford put the most perfect touch and finish. Oh, it was beautiful. 1-0. I'm like, this is we've won. Like, because that's United. We always come back away from home, right? Even the second goal, just as beautiful. Bruin on the right hand side lays off a perfectly weighted pass of Pogba, so he doesn't have to take a touch. He just again and again, the back line moving forward. Martial makes that penetrative run through the line. Pogba just dinks it over. It falls to Martial. He's one-on-one with the keeper. The keeper completely fluffs it. He doesn't get any contact on the ball. And Martial just has to tap it in. 2-1. And we just needed that third goal. And you know what? Credit to Sheffield. They put up a fight that whole game. But anyway, second half. Again, we were playing beautiful football. And again, that's what we want to see from United. on the front foot, attacking, playing good football. None of this back five shit. That's what we want to see. Beautiful football. The third goal, my goodness. I think it was Rashford to Bruno, Bruno to Martial, Martial to Rashford. Rashford pretty much strikes it at the keeper, but he gets a bit fortunate because the keeper again fluffs it again. Straight at him, but it deflects off the keeper and goes in. And at 3-1, the game seemed pretty much over. Juan Mata came on for Greenwood. And can I just say, Bruno is class. I mean, the ball from on the outside of his foot that he plays in, it looks like a very scuffed ball, but it just curls away perfectly to Juan Mata on the edge of the box. Oh, Bruno is carrying this entire club because it is a mess, but Bruno is just carrying it. We are second now, effectively second because of him. And I thought at 3-1 it was game over. But Sheffield, Sheffield put up a fight, and credit to them. They brought on a couple of players, and the way we conceded the second goal was a bit fortunate, but again, it's zonal marking, and Harry Maguire is the third man. Cross comes in, the corner comes in. Harry Maguire, his leap is, I think is too late. He doesn't leap quick enough. And Lindelof wins the header, but McGoldrick is so much taller than him. It comes off it comes off Lindelof, then it comes off, I think it was McGoldrick again. And it goes in. And I just don't understand it. And I don't think, again, that's not on Maguire. That's on the coaching. Because Maguire, if we had a good defensive coach, Maguire would be on McGoldrick's ass. Okay, not literally, but like he'd be marking McGoldrick. He'd mark him out of the game. And maybe that's the problem. We don't have a good defensive coach, and our defense is a victim of that. And at 3-2, it was a nervy sort of 8 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes plus 4 minutes at a time. But Sheffield didn't really look like they were gonna. Actually, no, I lied. They did. I mean, the one chance that I don't know if it was Ryan Brewster that had a strike, and Henderson made a world-class save to keep us in the game. And then after that, it sort of died down. We won a couple of fouls, and sort of took the sting out of Sheffield. And then I was so relieved to hear that full-time whistle, man. Whew. Anyway, that's the 3 points, and we play Leicester next. I'm not Leicester. Why am I saying Leicester? We play our dirty rivals. Dirty Leeds. Yeah, we play Leeds United at home. I'm excited for that game because it's going to be a game of proper football. Leeds are going to come to Old Trafford and play football. And hopefully we can match them. But yeah, we are effectively second. Just want to talk about Maguire. And I know, and I've done this as well, Maguire gets a lot of criticism for being a crap captain and stuff like that. And maybe he is not that good. But I do feel he's a victim of the overall mess that this club is in. If you look at, firstly, he's a victim of a bad partnership. of a bad centre-back partnership between Maguire and Lindelof. They're both slow, they're both good on the ball. But that's the problem. That's the one problem. They're both very, very slow. Which is why we can't be as expensive. We can't send our fullbacks too far forward. Especially in the Sheffield game. Tellez and Wan-Bissaka weren't going as forward as they should have been going, because otherwise there's no one left to protect Maguire and Lindelof because they're too slow. So he's very much a victim of that. The second thing he's a victim of is that he's a manager favourite. Ollie's just given him the captaincy. He's not a leader. In my opinion, he should be focused on being a centre-back first. But he's been given all this responsibility, and after what's happened in this whole thing in Greece and stuff, his head's not in the right place. Why does Ollie still persist with him as a captain? He's not a captain. Bruno is our real captain. He's our real captain. He is everything. He's a leader. He's a motivator of the team. He very much instills the winning mentality in our team. He drives us forward. So I don't understand it, but anyway. He's a victim of Ed Woodward, who should have backed Solskjaer with a centre-back and a right winger in the summer. Not in the summer. Yeah, actually in their summer, yeah. Should have backed Solskjaer in the transfer window and didn't. So I think Solskjaer probably feels that Maguire and Lindelof are his two best centre-backs, which they probably are, but they don't complement each other. That's the problem. Like, if you look at Phil Jones and Smalling, yes, they were the Chuckle brothers. They were crap, but at least they complemented each other. They were good. They were a complementary partnership. Maguire and Lindelof don't complement each other. And I think him, as well as everyone else in the club, is a victim of the Glazers, because the Glazers are basically tying everyone's hands up. They're already making excuses for not spending in the January transfer window. Like already they're like, oh, it's a desperate buyers window, and all some bullshit like that. That's where we are at, and I suppose Ollie has to just find it in him to manage the situation. That's why I say this is probably the best chance we're ever going to get of stealing this title. Because we don't... Or everything. The club is against us. And Liverpool are against us. And everyone else is against us, Except VAR and injuries. That's Liverpool. But yeah, that's what I feel about Maguire. And I hear a lot of people complaining about Maguire. I do it as well. But sometimes you just have to agree with people. You have to choose your arguments. I want to get into a fight arguments over WhatsApp. It's just, yeah. But when you really think about it, then you can sort of give perspective to it. I mean, listen, Maguire isn't a Van Dijk. He probably never will be a Van Dijk, but I think I'd like to judge him properly if we get backed, if Ollie learns from his mistakes as a manager, and if Maguire has a better partner next to him. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Anyway, those are my thoughts. This whole midweek weekend thing is gonna be so... It's a tough situation to manage for Ollie, but he's a manager. It's in his job description. He has to manage it. And just hopefully none of our players get injured. Hopefully we can march forward. Yeah, like and subscribe. Do all that. Glory, glory. We move forward. We move up. No down, up.